I thought we actually finished some possessions with some rebounds. Then, either a quick turnover or they ripped the ball out of our hands. Just a little bit more strength with our ball security. Got to give them credit. This is what they do. They do this for pretty much every team. But we definitely were loose with our ball security tonight.
It seems like Alex's motor is far and away better than it was last year, especially because of his conditioning. Why is it so much better than it was?
Some of it's you got to learn to go through all the experiences you go through the league. That's everything, how to play the schedule, the travel, all that. But most of it's because of the work that he put in the offseason. You got to give a huge credit to that. Like, this guy was in the gym, training, working on his body, and you're seeing the difference.
It seemed like to start the game, you guys had a great level of physicality, kind of matching them.
Yeah.
When you do have that dip, how do you want to see the guys try to get back to getting that physicality, especially when you do notice that you have some positivity coming out of it?
Yeah, we had a tough stretch there in the third. Obviously, they went on a big run, but
Is it physicality now?
I thought we responded really well to start the fourth. We went on a run, made them call a timeout. We upped our defense, turned them over a little bit, got out in transition. So that was a good response to our guys. We didn't focus on the negative. We continued to move on to the next possession. I thought we did a good job of responding in the fourth quarter.
It seemed like, at least in the second half, you guys were trying to make a decision on if they're going to shoot three-pointers, we're going to at least have a better contest on them. Did you feel like first half versus second half, your contest of the three-point shooting from them was much better?
Yeah, I thought our overall force was good. We were on shooters, we were on bodies. I thought they got too many uncontested ones in the first that we weren't happy with. Guys made the adjustments at halftime. We showed some film on that. But the turnovers and the offensive rebounds, those were the problems. Loose balls, 50-50s, that was part of it.
Given that Phoenix isn't the tallest team, were you disappointed that you guys didn't get more bodies on them?
It wasn't just straight rebounding. It was more like I would say there was probably 10 points of loss. We had the ball and quickly gave it back, or it was a loose ball that they got. It wasn't just straight rebounding, I thought. It was a little bit of like 50-50 battles that we lost. So something we're going to look at. We've been a little bit better at that lately, but they're a good crashing team. That's one of the things that they do well also.
Yeah, they're being very handsy, especially in the first half. We kind of realized it a little too late, I would say, but we were better in the second half with just taking care of the ball and fighting through that, and then kind of applying some of the same things on defense, being more physical.
In terms of it seems like when you miss a three, it's a surprise. Just how much confidence do you have in your shot now? Is it any different than it already was to start the year?
Nah, I feel like I was shooting it better to start the year. Kind of frustrated when I have some of the misses, just because I know it's a shot I can make, especially if I'm open, or especially if I have a clean look or something like that. It's a lot of frustration going into it if I miss it. I feel like I was shooting it better during the start of the year.
Are you finding when the three isn't falling, you're getting into the mid-range a little bit more? Because it seems like, at least from the outside looking in, that's kind of what you're going to just to get yourself going.
Yeah, that's for sure. Just trying to find my way to get my feet in the paint, and also just trying to find a balance of times to take the mid-range shot and then also get to the paint and either dish it to Alex or look around for guys on the perimeter, because defense is going to collapse once I get there.
It seemed like tonight, from the first half to the second half, you guys seemed to funnel a lot more to Alex in the second half than you might have been in the first half, and it allowed you guys to rotate a lot quicker. Did it feel like that out there as well, too?
Yeah, that's one of the things Chris was talking about, just off-ball movement. And I feel like, especially having the ball in Alex's hands allows the guards to move freely and to screen and slip, especially with them trying to switch. So as Alex is a great passer, so it's also just – and then him making a great pass and also giving him time to take his man and give him space.
This is what pros, veterans typically call the dog days of the year, or as we're getting there.
Yeah.
How are you feeling just in terms of your endurance, considering that you're in almost game 40 of what's going to be a long marathon?
I feel great. I feel wonderful.
Do your legs feel tired ever, or do you feel sore, like in a way that you haven't in previous?
Me and Bub were playing one-on-one yesterday. I felt great.
I think just being stronger with the ball, but we still had like quite a lot of turnovers in general. So that's just something we gotta be better as a team.
With the way that you guys were able to defend in the second half, it seemed like the rotation was a lot quicker than what it was in the first half. Did it feel like that out there as well, too, on the floor?
I feel like they were still able to get to their stuff. They got a lot of 50-50 balls, a lot of offensive rebounds that turned into kick-out threes. So yeah, we just got to be better in that aspect.
Alex, it seems like your motor, your just energy is so much better this season. What do you attribute that to?
I would say just learning from my rookie year, having that experience and just knowing what I got to work on and try to be better at it than my first year.
It's part of it also that when you came from Australia, you were averaging like 17 minutes a game there and only like 27 league games, and just it takes time. Is that part of it also?
Yeah, probably it's that too. I feel like just growing into my body. I mean, I'm still not playing a lot of minutes, but just getting used to just playing more minutes, more games. So yeah.
Curious, do you recall the play? I think it was in the second quarter where Booker seemed to get a step on you, but you were able to block that shot. How were you able to block that shot, given how fast he is?
I would say just try to meet him at the rim. He had a step on me, just try to recover from the mistake I made earlier, and just try to meet him at the rim.
At what stage on that play did you realize you could get to that attempt, that layup of his?
I mean, as soon as he drove it, really. Yeah.
You guys have a couple days off between games here. Obviously, there will be some opportunities to practice and get things done, but what do you think the biggest factor will be for you guys to bounce back against the Clippers?
I would say, yeah, we got a practice day coming up, so just being dialed in during that and just working on our stuff, watching film, and yeah, just getting back ready for the next game.